Okay.
All right.
Well, welcome.
Welcome back.
Well, another edition of Couples Conversation.
Yes.
We had a 2-week hiatus.
Yeah.
How was that? Weird, right?
It was weird, but I think it's good. Little time in between, give people some energy and some focus.
Well, I missed you though.
Did you? I missed you too.
I
missed our conversation.
You missed the creative juices that were going on and everything like that. So what did you do in your 2 weeks?
I've done a lot of things, but I did a lot of stuff with the kids.
Okay.
So I just hung out with them basically. More so my son because my daughter had tons of stuff she had to do.
Right.
And then I read your book. I did. I read his book.
We'll have to save that.
We'll save that, but I did read it.
Okay.
So that's great. And started reading another book that my husband told me about.
Okay.
The Caretaker's Cat, which is weird, but it's good. But so I got some reading in. I got some alone time in, but missed the vibe.
Back and forth. Yeah.
So glad to be back.
My wife was away for a week, so I had to deal with that. And that was. And for the most part, it was good, but a little bit aggravating. But I got through it.
Okay.
And so one of the things that is great to be back, just to get the juices flowing and just see how things work out. Yeah. And we're in a new day too.
Yes, a new day.
Daytime, right?
Yes.
Versus the nighttime. It's almost like we got preempted, right?
Yeah. We got bumped.
It's into the week, to the
weekend,
to Saturday.
To Saturday daytime.
Saturday daytime. Yeah. So it's like, So now we know how Gil Noble and
all them feel.
All they feel.
But we're going to make this a prime spot.
We're going to make it.
We're going to make it a prime sweet spot for couples combo.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys are joining us. If you're there, welcome again. So if you are new to the format, what we do is we have some questions that we'll go over. And we'll banter back and forth, kind of either male perspective, female perspective, just try to add some insight. And then we are adding a little bit something new, some off-the-cuff questions that we may talk about. But kind of today we have a theme, which we were going to do a couple weeks ago. It's kind of a financial theme. Yeah. So a couple of questions in there.
Make or break for some couples.
Finances, that's one of the things.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to do
I know.
That kind of.
Might be a part two.
Part two.
I don't know. Many couples might need part 2, part 3.
Yeah. We'll see. But the questions are a little bit. They're not as hard hitting as
some of the ones.
That was probably the hard hitting one's probably the personal. That's probably a more closed door session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Than a live one. So
that might be for you to handle with your one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that might be for you to take.
Or another initiative that we're doing. So.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So. Let's see. I guess I choose, right?
Yes.
I choose.
You choose.
I choose.
I'll let you choose.
Oh, how nice of you.
I'm so nice.
We can men go first. That's a new deal.
Yeah, it's a new deal.
Okay.
New day, new deal.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All righty. Oh, this is a good one. So if we had to move, where would you live?
If I had to move, I would want to live somewhere close to family, for support and for kids. So my kids could be around their cousins. So it would either be Bergen County or Morris County.
So that's not far.
No, not far.
That's not far.
Not far. My family's not that far. I have a brother in California, I have a sister in Florida, and I have a sister in Missouri, a brother in Pennsylvania. I'm not attracted to any of those states.
Okay. But Bergen County is kind of, I've seen like Trump signs out there.
Yeah, but so, I'm not a Trump fan, so it doesn't matter where.
So you'd be hiding in plain sight?
Yeah, I would just be secretly dismantling the Trump people from within.
Oh, you would, kind of like Black Panther.
Yes, absolutely.
Secretly just,
secretly making my moves in the night, making my moves like a panther.
Making your moves, okay.
No, but if I had to move, like more realistically, if I really had to move out of the state of New Jersey, Tennessee. Okay. Because I'm musical and it's a big music scene out there and it's very artistic. South Carolina, Okay. And why is family important? Well, family's important for my kids. I want them to be around their cousins. and their aunts and their uncles, because we had that when we were growing up.
Okay.
So I would want them to have it. But if I was moving since we're on the theme of financials, if I was moving for an economic type situation, then yeah, Tennessee or South Carolina or one of the lower cost of living states versus North Bergen or Morris County.
Gotcha.
So how about you?
That would be a hard one. Not that I visited a lot of states. I mean, I think if we are talking about a cost standpoint, one place that I really enjoyed was Asheville, North Carolina.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful place. It has kind of an artsy scene.
It does.
The only drawback is there's no baseball there. So that would be
hard for you.
Really, and that might be a no issue. Not that we go to games now, because my kids can't stand baseball.
So then it's really
at least
non-issue now.
At least going to games.
Well, you can get it on
But
TV.
I can go to games.
Well, you could travel to games.
Yeah, but I'd have to fly to the Yankees games. That would be well, I guess I could do one game a year.
Or two. You can make 2 weekends out of it.
But I really liked Asheville. I really liked it. But I went out west. I went to like the Grand Tetons and Jackson, Wyoming.
Right.
And it was really beautiful. But the cost of living there was just off the charts. I mean, it's probably worse than it is. Yeah.
Asheville's not that cheap.
So I guess I'm not saving any money.
You're really not. Asheville's kind of bougie too.
I mean, I don't. Well, yeah, of course with the artsy, I don't mind that. I don't mind that so much. It's just more,
But it's
got to be cheaper than here.
It depends.
Well, I mean, it's like live at Hearst Castle, but
yeah,
I could deal with the space.
I had somebody that used to go to Asheville every summer on vacation for like a month.
Oh wow.
Just a month.
A month.
Stay in Asheville for a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I was like, hey, if you can afford that life,
go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, but it's a nice place. It is very cultural. It is very it's a nice place. There's a lot of things to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
I guess it's your turn.
Oh, all right.
It's your turn.
Oh, you're gonna shuffle it for me?
Well,
I like that. That's something
I like to
new.
mix them up a little bit. Didn't we shuffle them? We shuffled?
Yeah, I usually shuffled on my own, but that's awesome.
Okay.
I like it. It's like a magic trick.
Like
Pick a card.
cards,
Pick a card. Yeah. Okay. What would you most like to accomplish in the next 12 months? What would you like?
No, it's your turn.
Well, I have to go first. I answered first last time.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I picked.
Yeah, so whoever picks does an answer.
Gotcha, the next 12 months. Wow.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time.
Yeah, it's about goal setting. I guess, but from a financial, we're going from a financial standpoint, goal setting. Well, I think I'd like to have had significant sales in the book.
Okay.
And then you say, well, what significance? I guess I put out that I've sold 50 books.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah, because in financial goals, that's one of the challenges. You don't put a goal to. You say, oh, I want to make money. But what does that mean? Yeah, so 50 books.
50 books is great.
That would be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to. Then I'll put out that I've sold 50 books.
I like that.
That I've had probably maybe three book events.
Okay.
That's in 12 months. So yeah, I think.
Okay.
That would be that would include February again. So that'd be like Valentine's Day. So that would roll around. Yeah. So I think that would be a great kind of thing. I could say if I accomplish 50 books. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a nice chunk of change. That'd be a nice chunk of change. So
by St. Patrick's Day next year, you'd like to have 3 book events and 50 books.
50 books, yeah.
So you know what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I gotta get on the horn.
You got to get those promotional things going.
I gotta get them out.
Good thing you know somebody.
I know some people.
Good thing you know somebody who's really active.
Yeah.
So that's good. For me, wow, that's kind of hard because I have so many things I could do in the next 12 months.
Yeah, that's where the laser-like focus comes in.
Yeah, which is never.
How's that working for you?
It doesn't work. I have laser-like focus for everybody else. I just don't have laser-like focus for me.
Oh.
So if I was to have laser-like focus for myself, I would say finish my book.
Okay.
So I would like to do that in the next 12 months. Finish my book and release it.
And release it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
And how far are you from that?
Well, maybe Realistically, probably like 4 months from finishing it, and
Okay.
then maybe 3 months in editing and,
Okay.
figuring out a book cover and all that, and then setting a release date. So I would say probably about 8-9 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
8-9 months. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
You'll get there. I think you'll get there.
I hope. If I don't get distracted, because I get distracted easily.
Ah. Well, that means you gotta kind of carve away from that.
It's hard because I get so excited about what other people are doing, and then like I see something that someone's doing, and then I see a way for them to increase their influence or increase their revenue stream or promote their business more, and then I'm all gung-ho for them to go one way versus the other, and then I forget what I want to do. So I'd have to be really diligent.
Okay, gotcha.
That's tough.
You'll get there, I think. And just setting aside some time
in
order to do it.
I know. It's the time. All right, we'll see.
So whose turn? My turn.
Yes.
My turn to pick. Yes.
Yeah, it's your turn to pick.
Come down to a few cards left.
Gotta get some real gritty financial questions. I want to get a gritty one. There's got to be something in this, right?
All right.
I think the people are calling for it.
Okay, might be. What thing would you buy if only your partner would agree? So you get that question.
Mm-hmm.
What would you buy if your partner was all good with it?
A house in the country.
A house in the country.
Mm-hmm.
In Bergen County?
Not in Bergen County. No, any country.
So the country would be...
Well, I grew up in...
Warren County.
Yeah, it's Warren County. That's where I grew up, actually, in Warren County. And maybe 6 years ago, we thought about buying a house out there, and I found the perfect house.
Oh, you did?
It was gorgeous. It was so cute. It was literally across the street from a Blue Ribbon school that my kids would go to. Perfect price point. I mean, the family was getting divorced, sad for them, great for us. But it was perfect. And it wasn't too much house. It wasn't too much yard. It was really great. His complaint was it was the boondocks. There's too many trees.
Because he lived in like cities where he lived.
Yeah, all his life. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And there's too many trees, and his fear that there would be a big storm and the tree would demolish the house. Yeah, because he sees it all the time, like all these trees on the news falling into people's houses.
So this was really rough. This was really a rough weekend for him.
Yeah, this was really bad
snow.
for him. Yeah.
A lot of anxiety.
A lot of anxiety of that, seeing all the down trees. No, it's true.
Really? Yeah.
He gets, I don't know, he gets all amped up about it. Like, look at this tree, look at that tree. Oh my gosh, why don't they just cut these down? Like, he wants to cut down every tree by every house. It's like, I just want to live in a barren field. Like, who wants that?
So farmland would be great for him then.
Yeah.
It would be barren.
Yeah, but I don't want farmland. I want trees. I want shade. I want, I like the trees.
Oh, you like the trees.
Yeah, we had trees in my yard my whole entire life. So we didn't get the house. And I held that against him for a long time. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
If my part would agree, let's see. So it's basically got to be something I like, but she would agree. Oh, let's get it. Not maybe something she would. No, I'm not a big car. I'm not a big car person.
Good. That's good.
Wow. Agree. That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because I'm a big music person.
Okay.
I would agree. So like a club.
Oh, you would buy a club?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
A club, like a jazz club.
Well, maybe.
Or a bed and breakfast. So she wouldn't really care about that.
Yeah.
Because
it's a moneymaker.
Well, she likes the hotel. So me, because I'm the social person, so I can meet all the people and
I could just down. But
yeah.
Hey, how you doing? How you enjoying your
stay?
That's right.
How you
like
doing?
It here? Oh, great. We got
Wouldn't
this
that be
tonight.
awesome?
Oh my God, you would be so good at that. Yes.
You wouldn't like that, would you?
What?
Doing that?
No, I don't want to be that friendly with people all the time.
We get along very well. You get along very well. Yeah, because you're my wife.
Oh, yeah, good. I like it. No, I mean, I'm friendly, but to a point, but I could not be like every day, hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be awesome?
No, it'd be awesome to have a bed and breakfast.
Because it's only, I mean, you're only going to see him for her.
Yeah. I would rather the jazz club.
Oh, the jazz club. The jazz club would be great.
I would rather the jazz club because then I could get up every night and do a set or two and then.
I mean, you're not going to sing. You're not singing in the jazz club.
Yes, I would. If I owned a jazz club, I'd be singing in my jazz club.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be, you got other stuff you got to do.
Are you
going to make sure you're going to dedicate some time for you?
I'm going to dedicate some time to myself. Yes, I would definitely. If I own it, I'm going to feature myself. Why can't I?
This is the owner's time.
This is the owner's time. Like, yeah, like Thursday nights, I get a set.
We'll make that late. Like
not late.
Yeah, why not?
People are going to come from all over to hear me sing.
All over.
All over.
Okay, we'll have to do a singing portion of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They might take over and you might have no more couples combo. It just might be Aileen on Friday night.
Oh, man, that's so funny. That's so, because, you know,
the club is good.
The club is cool, but, you know, I mean, there's so much.
There's a lot of variables.
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
You know, just roll up, you know, the owner's seat right in the front.
Oh, that you'd be right in the front?
Oh, yeah. Have Pat Metheny come. Oh, that'd be great.
I know a lot of jazz musicians.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Wow.
I know a lot of musicians, actually.
Oh, well, you know. You have to let me know who these people are.
I can. But, you know, since you laughing at my skill set.
Well, I'm not laughing at the skill set. It's just
my time that I want to give myself.
The fact you gonna dedicate prime time to the owner.
Well, I'm saying you had a bed and breakfast. You running around talking to everybody. That's your prime time.
But that would be my job.
But that's your prime time.
Well, you got to greet the people.
Well, my job is to make sure people keep coming back.
Oh, so by you taking the main
and
chunk of the time.
And if my voice could do that, not the main chunk. I just said one night a week.
Oh, okay.
First set or two.
Well, usually Thursdays is like a main time, isn't it?
Thursdays is usually like a jam night. It's not like a main time.
Oh, it's not?
No. Like they have Tuesday night jam nights. They have Wednesday nights.
Oh.
Thursday nights, if you can get somebody in, that's great. But usually you have like Friday, Saturday nights. You do two sets, you know, and then you cool down on the Sunday. Listen, I've been to a lot of them.
Okay. Yeah. So any kind of store or shop like that where people come in to get know you, and you're like, hey, like Norm and like Cheers. That's cool.
Thing.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be your thing, and your wife would just be chilling in the background.
I mean, she would greet him too, but it wouldn't be her top. You know, she would more of a secluded.
I don't even think my husband would be seen if I had any of those places.
No, really?
Yeah, he doesn't really interact well with others.
Wow.
He's a very quiet.
He would just that would be enough.
He'd be in the back watching MSNBC.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. He'd probably run out and say, there was another shooting in Texas.
Wow.
And then go back.
Wow.
That's his life.
Interesting.
Right. It's my turn to pick.
Are those cards?
Yeah, these are the answers.
Gotcha.
All right.
It's only 3 left.
4 left. There's 4 left.
Okay.
All right. Let me just take this one. If you had unlimited funds, where would you go for a romantic getaway?
Oh, wow. Unlimited funds.
Unlimited funds.
I'd do probably a world. Do they have a world cruise type thing?
They do. My aunt and uncle go on one every
year. Oh, really?
Mm.
If I had unlimited funds, it would be a world type.
Yeah.
Because I think we just don't do that enough. We don't travel enough. And there's just so many, I mean, the world's kind of become much smaller just with the advent of internet and everything else. And it would be great just to see different cultures and really get a sense of how people live outside of just United States or even, Europe. Just, it would be cool to see.
Okay.
And with unlimited funds, you're just going to go anywhere.
Anywhere. I would probably start in Turks and Caicos.
You would start there. Okay.
I would start there.
So you'd be traveling too?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely. I'd start in Turks and Caicos. I'd go to Ibiza. Then I'd go to Australia. Probably go to Alaska at some point. Argentina, Portugal, Brazil.
Right.
I would do everything.
You gotta love the.
I guess
New Zealand. I'd have to do the kind of the. What's that game? That's what Game of Thrones was, right?
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'd have to do
Lord of the Rings.
I'd have to do Scotland.
Kind of thing.
I just got one island. I'd have to do Africa, I guess.
What do you mean have to do?
Well, I mean,
yeah, you have to do, yeah.
I would have to.
That's kind of a no-brainer,
right? I'd have to do Africa.
I mean, since
yeah, since
it's that is where that is really the motherland, where we all from.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother conversation.
But that's where he's.
I mean, that's where we all from.
Yeah, especially him. So I'd have to go. So, he'd want to go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Has he been back yet? Mm-mm. Wow, you've denied him.
I have not denied him anything. I've actually told him to go several times on his own or with the kids.
Well, no, you got to go too. You're not really trying to go, are you?
It's like the food and the weather and I don't know. I'm very Western. I just like my amenities. I know.
That's so sad.
It is very sad. I'm gonna have to go though. I know.
So we have one more question, right?
Yes, I think we do.
One more.
Pick a good one.
Well, we only got 3 left.
Pick a good one.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
So it's not financial, but
okay.
What advice would you give a younger couple?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Don't do it. I'm only kidding.
You heard that.
I'm only kidding.
Strike that from the record.
That's stricken. Nobody heard that. Take your time. Really get to know one another and sit down and have a really good conversation about the things that the two of you want separately and what the two of you want together in the marriage as husband and wife, as mother and father, and as financial partners in the relationship, because no matter what you think, you are going to be financial partners in this relationship. So his debt becomes your debt, your debt becomes his debt. And if you don't have a way to figure out how to pay off each other's debt individually or together, it becomes a bigger problem. So I would tell a younger couple to really focus on everything that's being brought to the table by one another, and good and bad, good, bad, ugly, the indifferent, and try to strategize on how you can accomplish, what can you accomplish in the first year of marriage? What can you accomplish in the first 3? When's a good time to have kids, thinking about having kids, and where is each other in their careers, and where do they want to go career-wise, and what would it take for each person to get there in their career? Is there more classes that they have to take? Will that incur more debt? Can you take on new debt while you're still trying to pay off old debt? So there's a lot of things. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, but I would definitely say take your time and have realistic conversations. Don't say things like, but we're so in love, we could work it out, it's gonna be great, we're gonna be perfect together because we love each other, I love he loves me, we're great. At the end of the day, it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's great. I think another thing that's a little bit deeper is to know how you view money.
Right.
Because we have a few different forces at play. It's how you deal with your friends in regards to money, how your family dealt with money, and then how do you feel about money? Right. I mean, I think a big play is when your parents have a different. So my mom was a big saver. Okay. And sometimes would think about, oh, we don't have the money to do this. Where am I? And I think it came from the fact that not all or throughout when my childhood, that she worked. So where she had her own funds to deal with. So she always went. Not that there was any lack of money. Right. Because my dad did quite well. Mm-hmm. He worked for Shell Company, and then we moved around. But it's by the fact that she didn't have her own money. And so, I think when you hear that, you kind of took that on, and I do that sometimes. Oh, I don't have it, but and I used my sister-in-laws and brother, and they tease me talking about, oh, you got money. Mm-hmm. What do acting like you don't have any money, like, and I've done that from time to time, even though there was a real funny story when that my wife tells all the time, where she sent me to the grocery store to get formula, and so I only used the money I had in my wallet, which wasn't a lot. So I got the cheap one. It wasn't the cheap one. It's just the one without iron. So my wife
was livid.
Ballistic.
Oh, absolutely.
And she's like, what? So she's like, okay, I'm going to get you. She picked you. So so the next day, she got the most expensive stroller out there. Was like, okay, I dare you to say something, bro. And so it's just like, but I mean, that's one aspect, but and I thought it was like definitely could have done it. But I mean, also from a guy's perspective, like, what is the difference? It's really the same kind of thing, even though, but I mean, it's not. But that's another conversation. Show. It's like male, female type when it comes to the kids. So that may be an off the cuff.
That might be an off the cuff another show
later. But so really getting to know your partner's view about money can really save a lot of pain and aggravation, because it also comes from your personality. What type of personality are you? If you're a thinker, you may think about, you may analyze how much money you're spending and charts and this and that, and it may so that may paralyze you from getting a good deal as well. So sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you just got to live, and that will come to you.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
I think I do charts in my head. My father was a consummate saver, and my mother was not working when I was a child growing up. So she was the spender. She was the spendthrift in the family. So, she thought nothing of going to the store and picking out a leather pocketbook or whatever and whatnot, which when you have 11 kids is like a luxury, And my father was a teacher. So, you think about, a teacher's salary, 11 kids, and then he sold shoes at JCPenney's in the summertime and taught English as a second language courses in the evenings as well. So my father was very, diligent about saving. And then we all had paper routes. And
I had paper routes.
We all had paper routes. So, and because I was tall, I got mine at 9 instead of 11. So
look at you.
Yeah. So, but we all had a can with our name on it, and we put all our tips in the can. And for as much as we saved throughout the summer, when it was time to go school shopping, my parents would match dollar for dollar. So, however, how much tip you saved.
That's a good one, though.
Right. So my father taught us how to plan and how to save, and then what it could mean. That's kind of like your interest in the sense. So I saved.
Okay.
I was the saver, and I was also the one that my brothers and sisters would come to when they needed to borrow money. And I also assessed a hefty percentage of a fee for there was a fee. Yeah, I got if you borrowed $2, I got back $3.50. So it's just how it works. There's a fee.
Wow, that is rough.
But listen, I learned, and then my father taught us all at a young age. Wow. Yeah,
your siblings.
That's right.
They don't call. And you want to live by them? I'd be like, no, sorry. There's no room in the end. There's no room.
I didn't ask to live with them. I said I would live near them. But my father taught us all how to balance checkbooks. He taught us all when we started working at 16. He taught us all how to do our own taxes.
Right. Okay.
So for the most part, many of us, still carried on with that tradition and became savers and thinkers. And I think, my husband is a spender. If he sees something and he likes it, he wants to get it. And then I'll see things popping up at the house like, what did you get? We have to do this, and we're going to do this, and this box is here. And when did you buy?
Did you know he was a spender?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he was a spender. That's a problem. And I think he might have thought I was a spender because I had a lot of really nice things.
Oh, I see.
But I didn't pay a really nice thing price for them. So,
I have to say that's one of me and my wife are kind of the same. So that does help out, help a lot. We don't, we like nice things, but we won't spend overtly. And so almost negatively, where we need stuff, we really should, go ahead and get it, treat yourself.
I'm going to do it.
As opposed to not, So let's see, we're at 30-minute mark.
Yes.
Should we do one more?
Why not?
Yeah, we'll do one more. Then we'll do off the cuff.
I'm just going to take the top one.
Okay.
Wow. What would your ideal home look like?
My ideal.
Oh.
Okay, my ideal. I'm a big colonial, so I like the colonial, and it would need a porch.
Yes.
All the way
a
around.
porch. Yes.
Oh yeah. All the way around.
With rocking chairs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
well,
swing.
I mean, you don't want to get too crazy with it. I mean, you can't have a rocking chair in the winter, so you have to live in North Carolina for that.
You still need a rocking chair. Just put them in the garage.
Yeah.
Put them in the garage in the winter. Lazy?
No, it's just the weather fluctuates too much around here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You want to have. It's got to be even keel, right?
Whatever.
Most of the time.
Okay.
You don't.
I do know. I live.
Let's see. Nice little area to like kind of a, I don't want to say man cave, but more of a to watch movies, like a little small theater to watch movies. Yeah, in-house theater. Ideal. I mean, I guess a little game room where you can play different games, ping pong, all the fun stuff,
all the good table games.
Probably a master wing. We never had a master wing. We need master wing.
I need a master wing.
Master wing.
Yeah.
Thing. Since we're kind of looking at the kitchen, we're dealing with that at our house now.
Okay.
We renovating, but big enough kitchen where you can entertain.
Okay.
Entertain. My parents entertained a lot when we were kids, and so entertaining is fun.
It is
fun, and have those kind of things. I just don't think we entertain enough nowadays.
I entertain.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do entertain a lot. I'm like the entertainer.
Are you the entertainer person?
Of my friends, yeah.
Of your friends?
And most of my family, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think collectively.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as a people, I don't think we entertain
as much. And so, and it's too bad. I think there'd be a lot of very empowering, a lot of strength if we did.
There's a lot of great networking that happens when and not just professionally, just relationally.
Right.
So yeah, that sounds like awesome stuff.
So your ideal home you have the wrap one porch as well.
Yes, I have.
But you have.
I will have rocking chairs.
You have rocking chairs.
In the spring and the summer. But I grew up in a colonial on a slab, so I do like colonials as well. And in Hackettstown, we had tons of colonials, so I do like the colonial view type of house. But I wouldn't want my mini viewing room to be in the house. I kind of want it like George Benson's house in Inglewood Cliffs. He had the pool, and he had like a little pool house, and then he had the viewing room.
So I would assume you've been to George Benson. Oh, wow.
It was really nice. Yeah. So we went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've been holding out on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then you walk into this little room. It was a circle, and it was gorgeous. And then everybody sat around, and then there was the screen, and he played all his old videos for us and everything. But I would want it to be somewhere off the house where it was like you're going somewhere to do something.
Okay.
And then, everybody's outside swimming and having a good time. I would definitely want a woman cave.
Oh, okay.
Because women need a little.
Yeah. Gotcha. She shed.
Yeah, she shed. Oh, I like that.
She shed. Yeah.
She shed. I need a she shed in the house.
She shed would be away from the house, so you could.
I don't want it away from the house.
But if you're in the house, they're gonna draw you in. So
they're not gonna draw me in because it's gonna be like a panic type room door, so they can't get past it. I can't hear anything outside of the room, and they can't hear anything in the room.
Okay, gotcha.
See, I'm thinking.
You got it. You got it all.
Got it all.
Alarm system, everything.
Everything, because nobody can breathe in that direction without the alarm system. Don't even breathe. And I would have a professional kitchen,
in the she shed.
No, in the house.
Oh, you're just saying in the house.
In the house, for the same reasons, to entertain. Also, I bake a lot, cook a lot, so I would want to have that open space, huge open space, and all professional appliances. I would have a huge sunken living room with grand fireplace, really grand fireplace. And so, I'd have to live in the country, but have lots of acreage. I'd have to have lots of acreage. And 6 bedrooms, 4 baths.
Okay.
And then my master wing, and then the kids would have one whole floor to themselves.
One whole floor. Okay.
One whole floor to themselves. So I don't have to be bothered by them, and I have to be bothered by me. And if their place is a mess, I don't have to really see it unless I go there.
Right.
Because it will upset me.
But the thing is my wife likes the modern, or what is it, where it's just one level.
Oh, like a ranch?
No, not a ranch, but it is. Where is it? It's kind of straight. I can't think of the name of those houses now, but it's a modern house.
Modern contemporary.
Yeah. She loves those.
Oh.
So I could actually deal with that if it's like on the water or the view is just spectacular, like on the mountains or the ocean.
And you have all glass windows.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That'd be terrible.
That would
no privacy.
Yes, it would, because you're in a secluded area where there's nobody around.
Really?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Because people don't have drones that they just decide to fly by.
Oh my God.
Drones and
really?
Stuff like that. I'm just saying.
I mean,
people are crazy. They want to see who's on that secluded area.
Well, until In the Paint, gets, until we get syndicated.
Till you get In the Paint syndication money.
Or couples
syndication money.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That I have to worry about drones.
I'm saying, you never know. We could be droned right now. You never know.
So I guess we're doing on the cuff segments.
On the cuff. So what's on the cuff?
Do you have any on the cuff?
I don't.
Okay, I got a couple then.
Good.
So the one last week was a hugging.
Oh, yeah.
How many hugs?
How many hugs a day?
You said one.
I said one.
One hug.
One hug a day.
That's rough.
Why is that rough? I'm not a hugger.
Okay, so first thing off, you have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids.
So that means you got to parcel out a hug a day. You have to parcel out a hug to one child a day.
Well, yeah. Because only one of them will require it one day or the other.
How are you going to do that?
Because they don't both require a hug on the same day.
Why not?
They don't. Like, one will come to me for a hug today and the other one won't.
So what, are you going to have a sign system?
No. It's just whenever.
So they don't require hugs, a hug a day?
They don't.
They're not big huggers?
No.
And why not?
Because I'm not a big hugger.
There you go. You're not a big hugger. But they said you need at least. So that means, okay. So then there's no hugs. He gets 0 hugs. 0 hugs.
0.
That's not good.
Why?
So 0 hugs. He gets 0 hugs 7 days a week.
Yeah.
0. So
I'm trying to think of a moment, but yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? So what do hugs do?
I don't know. I guess for some people they release stress.
Well, they do. The hugs, by and large, break down any tension that you may have.
That's great.
But you're not believing it already. I can tell.
I don't.
Because you're like, that's great. It does, though.
Yeah, but for people who are not touchy-feely and people who don't like that closeness, it is more anxiety-ridden.
Well, I know, like pins and needles type thing but you got to try it.
I have. I'm 45. I've tried hugging a lot.
But no, because you just said you don't. So you're by and large are not going to do it.
I'll try 1 hug today. How about that?
No, you got to do 2 hugs.
2 hugs today? I haven't done one yet today.
I know. So, but you only do 1 a day anyway. So you got to do 2 hugs.
How about 1.5? Could I do like a half?
But that's a pat.
You just do half hugs.
So
like,
they say in order to be maintenance you have to do 8 hugs.
That's a lot of hugs. That's a lot of touching.
When you think about it, that's not a lot.
That's a lot of touching.
So that if you did, let's see, you could get 3 hugs in. You can actually get at least 6 hugs. Mm. So if you hugged your kids and your husband in the morning and then before they go to bed, that's 6 hugs right there. Mm. And then maybe you hugged 2 coworkers.
Ew!
Or close friends.
No.
But you can at least get 6 hugs in.
I could if I was that type of person.
Yeah, so I hug. Like me and my wife, we hug when we come in. When they leave. I don't hug the boys when they leave. Oh. Just because I'm already. But see, that might help me. I never thought about it may help them because it's just so stressed out.
Oh, you might.
Getting them to school, so if, give them an embrace, they I may not be so angry when I leave. And I never thought about it.
I might be more angry if I'm forced to give somebody a hug before I leave.
Yeah, but what if it put a smile on your kids' faces?
That's great.
But you would be annoyed.
What about the anxiety I would feel afterwards?
But really, would you feel anxiety if you hugged your kids?
No, okay. I will hug my kids.
No, but you didn't answer the question.
Would I feel anxiety if I
hug your kids? Yes.
No.
No, you
not
wouldn't.
so much.
Not so much.
Not so much. There's times like when they want to hug and I'm like not in that moment and it's like, okay, like it's painstaking for me to do it. Yeah.
So think about how it transfers to them.
I get it. Trust me. I get it.
You know, so the closeness that, you know, because we have to create that.
Yeah. I have other ways to create closeness. We have other things we do. We hang out.
You hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no physical
We talk.
touch thing.
We talk.
So the answer is no.
I mean, I'll put my hand on her leg or my son's leg.
So
or,
you like shake hands or what?
no, like if we're talking, I'll put my hand on their leg or what have you, or you know, they'll come and put their head on my shoulder, and I don't push them away.
But maybe it might bring down your anxiety level, like when you need those calm times. You know, what do you think?
When I need calm time, I need calm time by myself, not calm time.
No, but it'll bring the hug when you're ready to be calm, like later at night. You'll be calm.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay.
Try it and we'll see what happens next week, right?
All right, Coach Keith.
Don't you think she should try it? If you,
I don't know.
Drop a note.
Drop a note.
Drop a note and have her try it.
Those who think I'm fine with the non-hugging, drop a note too.
Drop a note. Yeah, okay, yeah. She's fine. Drop a note.
All right. Let's see. Off the cuff. You know, it's hard for me to think sometimes off the cuff because I'm not like that type of person.
Well, I have another one then.
All right.
So as I was walking here, somebody said I had honest eyes.
Honest eyes.
What do you think?
That's a line.
That's a line?
Yeah.
Why is that a line? It's not like she was trying to pick me up or anything.
It doesn't matter if she was trying to pick you up or not.
So you think she was saying, so she was lying?
I'm not saying that she's lying or not lying.
Do I have honest eyes?
You have eyes. You have eyes.
Not honest eyes.
I mean, they're not deceitful eyes.
What are honest
you don't look
eyes?
like a weasel.
Well, what are honest eyes?
I guess eyes that don't look like they're out to get you or something.
I mean, I've never actually heard that before. Honest eyes. I mean, people are honest. Usually what they say with their mouth, but not with their eyes.
Well, people say a lot with their eyes and don't realize
what do you say with your eyes?
Leave me alone.
Oh, really?
I say that a lot with my eyes. I do.
I guess people would say, you know, is he there? Because I always look around. I'm always.
Yeah. They might think you're not present.
Yeah, not present, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard. I try.
To be present.
Especially if there's a large group around. Oh, that's bad. Because I'll be looking around.
Yeah.
Who's here? Who's there? That
yeah.
kind of thing.
I think a lot of times, you know, my girlfriends say, I think my eyes kind of like, my one girlfriend said, you're just like my husband because you look through me. In a sense, like you're just so not present that you're just looking through me. Like, okay, good God, she's just not going to shut up. Like, just gonna look right through. And I do that a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, when people are talking to me, I'm just like
bored,
glazed over. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I try. I know that's one thing I had to work on, just not being.
Yeah.
You know,
but I think honest eyes are just eyes that just look decent, I guess. You know, like they don't look like they're gonna be deceitful. But I mean, sometimes people say that because they want to draw you into a different type of conversation.
Well, I mean, I was.
Did you talk to that?
I said thank you, and I was out.
Oh, you said thank you and kept it moving?
Yeah, I kept it moving because she was trying to. Yeah, she said I had a nice smile too.
Oh yeah.
Because she was trying to sell me something.
See?
And she was whispering.
It's a line.
Yeah.
And she tried to be all like.
Well, but she said it after I said no, though.
I'd
already said no, thank you, and then.
Yeah, so then the honest eyes came in after that?
After that, right.
Right, because now she figured if she gave you that, you might still talk to her, and then she has another way.
Yeah, but then she could have tried to sell me again, and I would have been like, but I kept it moving.
Because you said thanks and kept it moving. Yeah. But if you said thank you, like, oh, blah, 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 because so many men get drawn in.
So she didn't have honest eyes then.
She didn't have an honest personality then. She's a seller. She's a salesperson. She's a hustler.
Okay. Well, there you go.
You almost got hustled. You said
no. Not for no.
No, that's good. Not for the CD.
Some little CD that
hey,
the street,
hey. That's awesome. All right.
So I guess what?
No other one?
If you have one.
I don't. I think I don't know. I always try to think hard, like, but I don't know. If there was one thing that you could do differently.
One thing?
That you could do differently in your relationship.
Oh, wow.
What would it be?
One thing.
One thing.
Oh, man.
I'm sure there's a million, but just one that stands out.
You know, yeah, probably given my wife the wedding that she wanted. So she wanted definitely a more laid back wedding. But I knew my parents wanted, or, you know, I thought it was a coming out party, maybe, you know. I was just more used to the traditional wedding, and then having to do non-traditional was like, okay, I don't know if that's going to work, and not just like, okay, this is what you want, you should do it that way. If that would be the one thing that would have been, because it probably would have kind of set the tone
a little differently.
Yeah, a little differently. How not that it hasn't been great, but just would have set the tone a little differently, kind of thing. If I had to pick one thing, that would probably be it.
Okay. For me, one thing that I could have done differently in my relationship, I probably would have had a wedding, and not just the justice of the peace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I probably would have had a wedding, and I probably would have invited my family.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did the justice of the peace, and I didn't invite my family, so I probably would have had.
Oh, you didn't invite them at all? Wow.
So I probably would have had a wedding.
So that would have made it tough.
Yeah, and I probably would have had my father walk me down the aisle, which when I said I was going to renew my vows, I was going to have my father walk me down the aisle the proper way, but he unfortunately passed before that could happen. So that would be the one thing I would have done differently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's it. In a nutshell.
Well, hey, there you go. That was great. Oh, we didn't talk about in the paint.
Oh, we didn't talk about in the paint. In the paint. So
guys.
I read it really quick.
Okay.
I read it. It was awesome. It takes any couple through any stage that they've ever been with their spouse, significant other, just starting out, couple, what have you. You can literally go from each one of the people or couples that he represents in his book and see yourself in that situation. And it's interesting to see how they, in the book, resolve their issues, or, you know, how they were able to take the coach's advice, this guy, Coach Keith, and turn things around. So, you know, it was a great read. It was a really easy read, meaning that it's not too difficult. There wasn't a lot of language that you wouldn't understand. Very poignant text and commentary from great coaches and great writers as well, and great opinions and great you know, things that he's noticed within his career. It was just amazing to see that other people have gone through things that I've gone through and that I've seen my friends go through, and, you know, definitely recommended this to some of my friends as well. So hopefully they were one of the people who picked up the 50 books or one of the 50 books.
Right. Okay.
But I really enjoyed it, and I suggest that everybody gets it. And there's quizzes and stuff in there too that, you know, you can learn things. I learned stuff about myself that I already knew, but, you know, it was great for.
I'm glad you learned.
Yes, but it was great for my husband to see the things that I had been telling him.
And you share with him.
Right, that I am, but, you know, now that he can see that, you know,
did it help?
Quiz.
Did it help him?
I don't know if it's helped him because he's still him. So so he might have to read it a couple more times.
At least he has some more insight.
He has a little bit more insight.
Which is what it's about.
Which is what it's about. And you know, it's not just a one-time thing. It's something that you can go back to and refer to year after year in your relationship. So It was awesome. I suggest everybody go out and get it.
Fantastic. Yeah, you can go to blurb.com and get the book in the paint, or Amazon.com, and I'll post the links later. But then there's the in September 21st to the 23rd, we have the couples conversation coming up that we are preparing for. We've had a couple people that have already reserved their spaces. It's at the Aquaba Mansion, folks, and it's going to be, which is in Pennsylvania. It's going to be fantastic. Hope you'll be able to make it. It's going to be a great weekend. Laz will have to take off.
Laz has to take off. So we've already started talking about that.
Okay.
It's a little dicey with him. But
well, it's only a weekend. I think he'll be all right.
I know. And one of those days he already has off anyway. But yeah, so we're looking at where we're going to put the kids, and you know, so great. It's going to be a great couples conversation weekend. So you know, get the book, sign up for the weekend.
Yeah, fantastic. Yes.
You know, enhance your relationships.
Okay, great. Thank you. You know, if you guys, you know, live, great. Drop a note if you want. Listen, watch it later, you know, just let us know what you guys think of the couples conversation.
Yeah.
You know, any pointers that you may want, any suggestions, any questions that you may want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
We really look forward to it, and we just thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.